according to Chris Mannix, who of course is a presenter on DAZN, Demetrius Andrade intends to vacate his 160-pound WBO world title and move up to 168. He says that Andrade's team is working on completing a deal to face Zach Parker, with the winner to become the mandatory for the super middleweight title held by Canelo Alvarez. Now, I think this is a good move for Demetrius Andrade because nothing is happening for him at middleweight. He's been calling out everybody. He's been calling out Golovkin. He's been calling out the Charlos, calling out Canelo, obviously turned up to his press conference, but Canelo is not going to come back down to 160 again. So he's going to have to go looking for Canelo if he really wants that fight. And Canelo right now is campaigning at 168, 175, up and down between the two weight divisions. And so taking on Zach Parker, who is, of course, a British fighter, for the right to face Canelo Alvarez is a sensible thing to do. If people are not going to willingly fight you, you're going to have to force them to fight via mandatories. So, yeah, I think it's the right thing for Demetrius Andrade to do. I've seen some people here tweeting that Andrade is ducking somebody at 160. I find that to be a little comical because Andrade is what? Early mid-30s now? The clock is ticking. He's never had a big defining fight. He's never had the opportunity to face one of the elite. So why would he hang around, having fights against these obscure, and these might be good fighters, but at the moment, they're obscure fighters at 160. Why would he hang around and do that when the clock is ticking and he's looking for the elite fighters, So I don't think he's ducking anybody. I just think he realizes that he needs to get a move on in his career and he needs to take drastic action. And this could be a great opportunity for him against Zach Parker. Now, Parker is a big guy, a strong guy, but he isn't somebody who I think would be beyond Demetrius Andrade in terms of being able to beat. I think Andrade, he had issues with Liam Williams. We all saw that. He got hurt several times. But when he expects a fight to be tough, he tends to perform better. He's one of those kind of guys. When he's not expecting a fight to be so tough, he can underperform, which I did think he did a little bit against Liam Williams. Nevertheless, Zach Parker is a different kind of fighter to Liam Williams. He isn't as tall. He's taller than Liam Williams. Liam Williams isn't as tall as Zach Parker. Parker isn't quite as aggressive, isn't quite as relentless. I think Andrade would have more time, more space to move around and do his thing. And he'd have a bigger target to aim at than he had with Liam Williams. So I would expect Andrade to win that fight and perhaps become the mandatory challenger for Canelo Alvarez, assuming Canelo Alvarez even keeps hold of that WBO belt, because it could be a situation where Alvarez decides to relinquish and move up to 175 pounds. And then what's Andrade going to do at that point? He's going to be in a very similar situation to the one he was in at 160, where the rest of the division is with PBC, and therefore he's frozen out. So at this stage, I don't know when Andrade's contract is up with DAZN, but he might want to look at signing with PBC, in all honesty. He might want to look at doing that. I'm not sure why he hasn't considered that before. Perhaps he has. And obviously, I'm somebody that's been very critical of PBC and the way they carry on. But at the end of the day, it's a business. It's Andrade's boxing career. So this is not about me saying, oh, to hell with PBC and nobody should ever sign with him. No. I think a fighter should go wherever he can get the best deal and wherever the opportunities are, whether it's with Al Heyman PBC, whether it's with ESPN, Top Rank Bob Arum, whether it's with DAZN Eddie Hearn, wherever the best opportunities are, you should go there. And right now, the best opportunities for Andrade, if he can't force a mandatory challenge against Canelo Alvarez, the best opportunities may be with PBC. And even with the Alvarez situation, Canelo Alvarez, is he going to be with DAZN anytime soon again? I'm going to guess that he's actually going to have his next fight with PBC. Rumor has it that he was actually paid something like $50 million for his last fight against Caleb Plant, once all the pay-per-view figures came in and what have you. Crazy. Can DAZN really match that money right now? So Again, even if Andrade gets the Canelo fight, he might have to go to PBC to get it. Let's see what happens. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.